I've always wanted a six pack since young. I used to obsess over it. I used to like remember when like Instagram you had like your main account and then you had your spam account. Yeah, in my spam account I used to post like pictures of other guys with six packs and then I was like putting heart eyes emoji. Like I thought I was gay at that time. But that was the truth. I used to like be so obsessed with like this like these 6 blocks, and I don't know why I was just like very obsessive over it. And when I was obsessed, during that time when I was obsessed, I didn't have abs whatsoever. Like maybe I had like a 2 pack, like a very slight 2 pack, very like not visible. Straight after that phase of me being obsessed with like men with like 6 packs, I went into like cadets as my CCA, basically like my curriculum activity outside of school. Sorry, apart from school. So after school, you go to like this. You need to choose a CCA and then you have to go for it after school. So mine was cadets, basically becoming like the kid version of like army. Yeah, so we did like the kid, like a mini version of like what the army would do, like marching, doing some physical exercises, and I was inside cadets for like 2 years, and then I went into soccer after that. So I was in like the soccer school team. Like I was kind of good in soccer. I was kind of athletic. So those 4 years, 2 years of cadets and 2 years of soccer, made me relatively fit. Like I wasn't like big and strong and whatever, but I was kind of like athletic. I had like a skinny athletic build. Those kind of builds that you see in like soccer players like Neymar and Mbappe. And during that time when I had like that athletic skinny body, I had like skinny abs. Like I don't know, you can imagine like just abs, but then like very like I don't know how to say. They're not like blocky. They're not like coming out. Does that make sense? They were just like very flat, but then you can see like, oh, there's like some shape like inside. It looks very hidden basically, but I was like, fuck, oh yeah, I was like then happy with that. I was like, abs are still abs, you know. If you're a skinny guy and you want to build that dream V-taper body, click the first thing in the description right now. Like it'll be perfect for you, trust me. Why skinny abs shouldn't be the goal? Yes, they are like still abs, but they are not the abs that girls are talking about. You know like those girls that you have in your school that like, oh yeah, abs are like very hot. They might post about it or like heard them talk about it. The skinny abs are actually not what they're talking about. They're talking about like the fit bodybuilder abs that like pop out and they have like you can touch it. Like for me right now, if I were to like do this on my stomach, like I can feel like blocks. Like it's like, you know, I had the belief of like, yes, I had like those skinny abs at that time, so now every girl will like me. Like no, like the abs that they are talking about is not the ones that you have, you know. But it's true, like the girls that talk about like, oh yeah, abs are so hot, the moment you build like the abs that are defined and like they pop out, bro, like there's no way you're not like like you are going to be a 6 out of 7 or above, even if your face is like kind of ugly, you know. Like just having like a body like that, like you can probably imagine like the kind of body that has those abs is going to be like 6 out of 10. Like it's gonna make you a 6 out of 10 overall just because of that body. Also vain of myself, like I used to like take pictures of like the skinny abs and like I thought I was the shit, you know. So now that I look back, it's so like pathetic, but I could understand why. Like I thought that those abs were like attractive to girls, but I was wrong. Like I was so wrong about it. Like no girls showed me attention still when I had like those skinny abs. If you relate to me so far, like, and then you feel like, oh yeah, like he's like kind of right, you should look at skinny abs with like disgust. Like I know that sounds a bit like weird to say, but if you have this perception that skinny abs are good and like they will attract girls, but in reality they don't, then like what's the point, you know? So that's why I want you to like really wake up in a sense, and if you believe that skinny abs are like not the way to go and you actually want to build like solid abs, then it'll push you to achieve it. Like imagine right now like you're comfortable, like oh yeah, skinny abs are like they're the best right now. Like imagine that compared to the version of you that thinks like, oh fuck, skinny abs are so shit, like they look so bad, I want to achieve like the well built six pack abs. Like you can imagine two versions of you like that. Which one is going to be like the one achieving the well built abs? The second one, right? So that's why I want you to look at skinny abs. Like maybe you look down right now and then you see like the skinny stomach and yeah that you have right now. Look at that with disgust. Like fuck, why am I so weak? Why am I so skinny? If you can really feel that dissatisfaction of your own physique, that, trust me right now, like that is fuel. That is fuel for like your next workout, for like your next month of workouts. How did I build like the core that I have today? Like I'll be honest, a part of it is like me being genetically gifted. Like me and my brother, we both like have pretty like nice abs, if I were to say so myself. And I think a part of that is like genetically. Like I didn't do much. I'll be honest, like, I didn't do much for me to build like the abs that I have today, but yeah, I had a six pack like throughout my whole weightlifting journey, whether I was bulking or cutting. So I'm quite like genetically gifted in that sense, but this is not an excuse for you, you know, like this is not an excuse for you to be like, oh yeah, he's genetically gifted, so like I can't do anything. Like even if you like have no abs at all right now, there's so much you can do to like at least make some progress in that. Like I have a friend right now that he didn't used to have abs for like his entire life, and then now that he started training it and then he like implemented the steps that I'm going to talk about in this video, like he cut down and immediately he like had a 4-pack, and then like a month later it was like a 6-pack. So you have no excuse, like genuinely. This is what you have to do. It's very simple, honestly. Do compound lifts, and then you end the workout with a lower ab workout. As a skinny guy, your body fat is actually like pretty low, so you don't have to worry about like cutting down and then like trying to get your abs more visible, because you're already you're already a pretty lean guy. So trying to like cut down even more is like, it's not gonna work. Right now you have the skinny abs look because you are skinny and you have low body fat, but then you don't have like the correct muscles that are built. Does that make sense? So imagine like imagine a fat guy, right? So the complete opposite from you. Like if he wants to like get abs, he has to cut down first to see whether he has those abs. Like you know online that people say like, oh everyone has abs but they're just like covered under fat. Like I think that's fucking bullshit. Or like, oh, abs are made in the kitchen, so as long as your diet is good, then when you cut down you will see abs. That's bullshit. Like that friend that I had, he was like cutting down so much to like a point where it's like quite dangerous, and he still didn't see abs. Like there was still no abs. So I was like, yeah bro, like you have to train it. It's like a muscle. It's like imagine you trying to like train your arms, trying to get big arms, right? And then you just think like, oh yeah, they're hidden under like fat, so I try to cut down more, and then eventually it will show, right? Fuck no, like your abs are still like a muscle similar to like the rest of your body. So treat it like a muscle group. Like the moment you target it, you do sit-ups, you do like ab exercises, you are going to build a stronger and more defined core. Like it sounds so simple now that I pointed out, but people have the belief of like, oh, as long as I cut down, then haha, I'll get abs and I don't have to do any ab workout. Like if you really think like that, then you're not gonna get that 6-pack that you desire, you know. So why do compound lifts and why do ab workouts at the end of the workout? So it's very simple. For compound lifts, every compound lift that you do, like the 3 compound lifts, like bench, squat, deadlift, they all target your core. Like all of them, they engage your core in one way or another. And if you can't do like if you can't do like squats, for example, because your knees like hurt, then that's fine. You can just do like deadlifts and then bench, like both of them. As long as you're like doing 2 of them, you're like good already. It builds like a strong stability in your core, because core strength and like having visible abs are like different. When you do compound lifts, it builds like the core strength, and that's like so important, because having core strength, there are many benefits, including like lasting longer in bed. But yeah, build your core strength, and then as well as you do kind of see a benefit to like the visual as well, like just having a more defined six pack. And as for the lower ab workout, and why lower ab, like why not just like the whole ab? Because if you're doing compound lifts and you're like doing the conventional like bodybuilding aesthetic workout routine, you really hit your abs quite well. Like honestly, like your abs are actually quite well developed at the top, but like the lower part, you know, the V-line part that goes down all the way to your dick, that part is usually like underdeveloped. So what you have to do to like develop that part is to do like lower ab workouts at the end of the workout specifically, because you don't want to tire your core like at the start of the workout, because the rest of your workouts are gonna be like shitter in a sense. So you want to do it like at the end of the workout, and it takes discipline, honestly. Like doing it at the end of the workout, you'll start to cope and think like, fuck, it's not even that important either way, like I'll just do it another day. But truthfully, like it takes discipline to build that V-line that you want at the end of the workout. Like for me, like every time I wanted, like honestly it's not fun, like doing like hanging like knee raises and L-sits, they're not fun. Like it's painful, like I don't want to be doing this shit, but I still do it, you know. So you have to really like treat it as a discipline to like do it at the end of the workout. You're not gonna feel motivated for it, trust me. But yeah, the moment you start doing it at the end of like, not every workout, but every 2 workouts. So if you do it today, then tomorrow you don't have to do it, and then you do it the following day. So every 2 days of working out, you add it. Yeah, so I was talking about like compound lifts, right? You need to include squat, deadlift and bench like immediately, like right now. I want you to destroy like the limiting belief that you might get injured from these compound exercises, because bro, if you're going like 40 kg on like the bench, and you're a relatively like strong guy, you're not gonna get injured, right? So remove that limiting belief that you're going to get injured from like compound lifts. So I only do isolation exercises. Like it's such a pussy it's such a pussy belief. Like, as long as you're not ego lifting and trying to lift the weights that you can't even handle, then the chances of you getting injured are like so low. And also include like the lower ab workout inside of your workout routine. So right now, if you haven't already, open like your workout routine or whatever app you use, Strong, even on Notes, and then just include like squat, bench, deadlift, like at least 2 of them. Like come on, like include like at least 2 of them, just for like the benefit of like your core and like being strong at like compound lifts. Like it's nice, no, like being stronger at like squats, being stronger at like benching, like it's nice as well. So don't be afraid to like include them inside your workout routine. And as well as for the lower ab workout, just include it like at the end of the workout, and include like over here I put like hanging knee raises or leg raises. So you hang on the bar and you basically like lift up your knee, so you immediately feel it in like your lower ab, hip area. Yeah, that's your lower ab being engaged. Or you can just do like the lying leg raise. So you lie on the floor, take like a mat, of course, and lie on the mat, and then you start lifting up your leg you immediately like feel like this lower part of your stomach. And yeah, if you do that for like a long period of time, you're gonna get like very, very like sick, like sexy, like V-line. Trust. So this is like the last call, like action step that you have to do right now. If you don't do it right now, like you're pussy. Like if you don't see the benefits of the things that I'm talking about right now, then you're a pussy. Like honestly, like you want the abs, you need to put in the work for it, right? And as for the like the sets and reps for like the compound lifts and the ab exercise, it's very simple. Just do 3 sets till failure. That simple. Like and you can use your rep range that you like, maybe like 6 to 10, 8 to 12, like whatever rep range, it works. Like as long as you're going to failure, do 3 sets of it, you're good, bro. Including like the ab exercise as well. So in a realistic manner, this is how it looks. Maybe on your push day you do squats. Sorry, oh my god. On your push day you do bench, and then maybe on your pull day you do the deadlifts, and on your leg day you do squats, right? So maybe on your push day you do the hanging knee raise at the end of the workout. So you skip it for like your pull day, and then on your leg day you do it again. So simple, right? 3 sets, 3 sets, 3 sets till failure, and then as well as the ab workout, 3 sets, 3 sets till failure. Easy. I understand that this journey is not easy, but there's a reason why you started it. Like you never ever want to go back to that version of yourself that had skinny abs, right? Or right now, if you are that version, you don't want to be that version anymore. So yeah, bro, like if you follow my advice, the path of you is going to be like so good. Like I've been on this shit for like 2 years now, and changing from instant gratification to delayed gratification, it changed my life. Like how I feel about myself, my self-image, my confidence, everything. It's night and day difference. Like I would never ever want to go back to that version of myself that was so addicted to like this modern technology, these substances. Yeah, you have a good head on your shoulders. That's what I would say to like a guy that does do all of these things that I preach. Once again, if you're a skinny guy and you hate how you look in the mirror, and you want like the solution and the path to like that body that you always wanted, that V-taper body that genuinely attracts girls, click the first thing in the description now. Like trust me, it's going to be the best like decision you ever make, because I work like a fucking dog. Like if someone were to like sign up for it, like bro, like I work like a dog, and trust me, I genuinely want you to get results. Like it will remind me of like my younger self and how I was when I was younger, and just having that thought like fuck, I wouldn't want someone to feel like that, makes me like work so much harder. So really, if you can take my word for it, click the first thing in the description now. Yeah, thanks for watching.